Hello.
Okay, so in the first video where I brought this up before, I talked about how the government creates crime, and they probably didn't realize it at first, and then when they did, they figured, okay, we can use these statistics to justify our police forces and tax dollars and all of that. So then um, And by the way, when I talk about selling drugs in the first video, I wasn't talking about hard drugs. Stay away from hard drugs. I was talking about cannabis because that's a godly plant that is of the earth. Now, some libertarians are for cocaine and for heroin or individual use at least. And I understand that that's their individual choice, so I'm not going to speak out against it. I recommend not doing it, but whatever. Um, and again, I'm not saying in doing these videos to sell drugs. It's not worth it. You're always looking over your shoulder. You got friends that claim to be your friends and then they rip you off and blah, blah, blah. And it's just not worth it. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying to commit crimes. But there is other crimes that the government creates that, well, sorry, they just do. Like with the rising cost of inflation because of the Bank of Canada and the US and all that crap, um, you got people that might work under the table because they don't want to be docked all their money. You got people, and by the way, taxation is theft. And then you got, um, other crimes too, like with the rising cost of inflation and the cost of going to a movie. I mean, you got people that download, and then I don't download because I don't know how the fuck to do it. I'm not the most technology wise person. Even the person that helps me with the videos that we're doing right now, like I don't know how to do it. I don't know. Technology freaks me out. So whatever. But because of the cost of inflation and everything going up and up and up all the time, yeah, you can always understand how people feel. Why am I going to spend $30 at the movies when I might have to get up to go pee and I can't pause the movie or whatever? Now, um, like it's the government that creates these problems, and then they create laws to speak out against them, and then we waste our tax dollars because they created these situations. So we need more. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but we need more websites like Netflix to, but more theater based, so that people aren't downloading. Because I'm a filmmaker, so I'm not for downloading majorly because uh, you got studios that are losing their money, but you also got them being greedy and making more and more high cost films like the Marvel movies and all that. By the way, great movies, but I'm just saying they create, again, the studios create the problem, so boom, it's there. So I'm not like, I don't know what to do to fix inflation except for open up free markets. And doing these videos, I'm just trying to create conversations here. I'm just trying to open eyes here to conversations. So, like, really start to think about it. It's the government, it's the big regulators, it's the stuff that's not reported in the media and reported by great ballsy people like over at WHAM, World Alternative Media, that brings so much stuff to my attention. By the way, shouts out to World Alternative Media. I had to do that because I love the guy's videos. He's so smart, and he's teaching me a lot. So check him out. And hey, YouTubers and everybody's got to stick together. And if you want to help us grow as artists, because besides doing these videos, I like to do books about mental health. I like to do films about mental health. I like to do films about human behavior. And I live on disability. I want to get off of disability, or at least more comfortable, where I'm not relying totally on the check, and I can save some fellow taxpayers some dollars, and I can just go out to camp and go out to the movies like I just said. So if you got a topic you want us to cover or you want us to research, I can't promise anything because, well, we could get flooded. I don't know, but if you're a follower on this channel and you found us on Patreon, support us on Patreon. Really start to look at the conversations we're trying to start. Help us start more conversations. Give us some topic ideas. And remember, taxation is theft, inflation causes crime, and government causes inflation. So it all goes back to them. Later.